Washington State's largest fish kill in more than 20 years is underway in Sprague Lake.
Now, the popular fishing spot, 35 miles west of Spokane, is overrun with carp and walleye, and anglers just aren't hauling in the catches they'd like. KXLY 4's Jeff Humphrey shows us why biologists are poisoning fish there on purpose.
The stuff here in the 5-gallon drums is called rotenone. It's a poison that won't hurt birds or mammals, but it's toxic to fish. This week, wildlife officials are putting about 40 tons of it into Sprague Lake in the hopes of giving the fishery here a fresh start.
Sprague Lake and its associated waterways were last killed off back in 1985. Then wildlife officials restocked with several species, including carp and walleye. But over time, those two fish began eating more than their fair share of food, devouring or displacing the more popular catches here.
It's been declining. The last 3 years it declined considerably, and this last year was terrible.
That's why resort owner Scott Haugen is happy to see Fish and Wildlife officials now rehabilitating this lake. Using boats and even helicopters, this week's rotenone treatments are giving Sprague an underwater do-over, and these dead fish serving as fertilizer for the lake's future food chain.
So we're going to let those fish rot, those nutrients return to the lake. They'll then be recycled in the form of rainbow trout, bluegill, largemouth bass, and crappie in the near future.
And before they started poisoning, biologists caught 6,000 of Sprague's crappie and dozens of its battle cruiser-sized catfish and stashed them in a nearby hatchery. They'll be released back into the lake next spring, launching what nearby businesses hope will be a return to bigger catches and profits.
It'll bring business to the lake. People want to go to a lake that's got great fishing. They come here, they'll stay here. You know, they'll need supplies.
And so in April, Sprague Lake will be restocked with 100,000 trout that'll all be more than a foot long by the end of next summer. That'll keep fishermen and their money coming here until those pole-bending largemouth bass and crappie mature out about 3 years from now. Reporting in Adams County, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY 4.